Welcome back. I'm done sewing. As you can see, I use a normal hand needle. Look at it. Normal sewing. So in turban making, it's not necessary you must use a sewing machine. So this is normal hand needle. So this is it. When you turn it, it gives you something like this. So this is how it is. Then the next thing, now we are going to join to close it up to form the base of our cap. So this is the outside, this is the inside. So face the outside in. Now just the way we place it when we were cutting, place it in that way. Then arrange it very well. Make sure that the lines are equal, and this your sewing must tally this way. Now once you have arranged it in this way, from the down, the head circumference, measure 4. Some will like to use 2, some will like to use 3, but me, I normally use a 4 because I want the back of my turban to stand somehow. So you measure 4 from here to the where we mark 4. From here to where we mark 4, do the normal sewing, the normal stitching, just the way you join the band to the base. Do the normal sewing there. I'll be doing it, you'll be watching me. Then when you come to the head circumference, we use 12 in folding like this. If you open it wide, it gives you 24. Now if it is a non-stretching fabric, you can leave it that way, but since it's stretching, so if the band of turban do not hold you well, the beauty will not come out well. So for that, we are still going to reduce the length of that band, just the way on my head is like this. So we are going to reduce it in this way. We have 12 on folding this way, but this time around we're going to use 11. So from the joining, from that center part, measure it to 11. Where you have 11, you mark it. This is where your sewing will start from, not this way. You sew it, you start the sewing from here. Start from here, 11, till you stop at 4. So you shall watch me doing it. So just run the stitching with hand. Sew it. So when you come to where you mark 4 or 3 or 2, whichever one you prefer, but once you reach there, on the normal sewing, you stop, tight it very well there. Now as you have done the normal sewing from here to this place, then the rest of this one, if you have a surgeon machine, you can just do the surgeon here. But if you don't have the surgeon, you can just use your hand. If you do the surgeon, you will still use your normal thread hand to do the gathering, but without the surgeon you can still do it. So this one, I'm not using any surgeon. So now from here to this place, we are going to run gather in this place like this. Now the gap will be more bigger than the normal sewing that we did from the beginning. So you make, so you do gathering this way. So till you come to the end. You see the way I put the needle? So make sure you draw it very well. Then you tie it there. Secure the thread there very well. So after you cut the thread, it will come out like this. If you start your gather from here, it will be like this. You see? Or see where I start my own gathering. You can start your own, but you don't start the gather from the band. It must be after band. Anyhow you want it, it must be after the band. So this is how it should look after everything. So back to our dummy head baby now. You must stay now. You can see now. You see how it looks like at the back. By the time you pack the hair inside, it's going to stand this way. But if you start it from the beginning, it's going to fall this way. So these are the two different ways it is. So as it is now, you can decide to do plain turban like this. You can decide to attach flowers. So shall be going to make the rose flower now. This is one of them. I made this one myself. You can decide to do something like this. You put it by the side. I've gotten a flower. Then this is another one too, like this. So you have gotten the flower. Shall be doing something like this. Now to get this, you get your material. In folding, everything we do is 2-2. In folding, you can decide to make it fold. You can decide to just use it once without being folded. But why I like this folding one, it makes it more stronger and it will stand firm. It will not be falling. But if you want that falling type, you can use it single. So in folding this way, you get your tape. You measure 4 in folding. Then 4 in folding. As you fold it, measure it 4. Then the length, you get, this one is about 60, 59, 60. You can have 40, you can have 30, depending on your fabric. This one is 60 long, 8 wide, 60 long, 8 wide. Then by the time you fold it into 2, it will give you 4. That is 4 by 60. Then if you fold it in this way, this edge, fold it to the, let the right side face together, the wrong side outside, right side together, wrong side outside. Then you come to the edge, you sew here, from here to this place. Then you go to the down part of it, you do the same. Then after you have done it, then you turn it back to the right side. Why this place is still being open, or if you like, you can run stitch. If you have sewing machine, you can run the stitch there just to hold it in one place for you. Then after that, you start your gathering. So we'll start the gathering. So this way with your hand needle, from the down part of it, let the folding parts be up. Make sure you double your thread very well to hold it firm, so that by the time you will pull, the thread will not cut halfway. And make sure you have a long thread on your needle to take you to the end. The same way we did at the back of that turban, that kind of gather. That is what we are doing here now. Just run the gather. So this is what you will do. Continue doing it like this until you get to the end of the length. Still doing the gathering. hold on. Getting to the end. Now when you come to the end here, curve it, remove this angle this way. So now the next thing now is to rearrange it. You keep pulling. If you want it to be tiny, you pull the thread very tight. But if you want it to have space, then you lose the tighten. Let it be loose. So you arrange it very well like this or whatever.